I can barely get myself to sleep at night. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Well, you know what I don't have? Yeah. You would think I would have a TV booth right now, but I still don't. I forgot to set up a note. There we go. Handsome fella in the background. Jay Hinman, thanks for watching, brother. Right now he's in Maine. That's my brother. He just sent. I just knocked my computer and the green screen, the whole 9 yards. Uh, Here we go. You guys are the best. Jay Hinman, from Maine. He just sent the guy. The guy's super cool dude out of nowhere. He knows my kids. Ty dropped. Drippin' was his 2 releases ago now. Anyways, he found these 2 T-shirts that were in the store, and there's only 2 left. And the dude is so cool that he grabbed them up and was like, I gotta get them for my boy here. And so he scooped them up, and he actually showed me today. Sent them via the regular posty mail thingy, you call it. Should be here by horse and buggy in about 3 years. So you never know. Now I think Trump shut down the postal service, so we're going back to the old donkey and baggage situation. I think that's where we're at. I got to turn down the tunes because I can't fucking even think right now. Oh, man. Anna Pickering, thanks for watching. Scott Hartle, 50 Shades of Bondzee. Well, is that... Seriously, why? Is it the wings, dude? Is that what it is? And the wings and the scruff? Like, the ladies are just going to be all over Bonzarelli tonight. Oh, look, I have to watch that handsome fella in the pink shirt with his Blue Jays hat on. Really brings out the blue in his eyes, doesn't it? Ah, shit. Happy Friday, you sexy bastards. Welcome to episode number 50. Can you believe it? Honestly, I still can't. It's Bondzee Live, episode number 50 from the House Secret Studios in Orillia, Ontario, Canada. It's a Don't Touch Me production, but it's all... Just don't fucking touch me. Keep your hands to yourself. Right, boys? Yeah, listen, it's a very special night for me. Listen, I'm OCD with the fucking ass and the earphone things. I'm trying to figure out lately, folks, with the new just things, and I don't like the big bulky fucking headphones, and they drive me nuts. And now these ones don't stay in my goddamn ear, and it drives me insane. But you know, it is what it is. So, anyways, my kids are here tonight, both of them. Brad was here for half a show a while ago, and I thought I'd be nervous, and I really wasn't. It was like almost like they weren't there in the background, really. But now both of them are here. I got the superstar here, Ty Bond. So you know, I got to put on a big performance tonight for this fella because he's a bit of a big deal. Anyways, both of their songs are on the playlist tonight, folks. So that'll be coming up a little later. I'm so stoked to have them sitting here. We just had a huge sesh before the show. Tucky's in the background there, chilling with my boys. Get one of those out of the way. And Ty, feel free to drop one of your champion burps.
If I feel like
the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Ty got my gaseous burps syndrome, and Brad did not. And Brad is like, thank Christ. Anyways, I think Ty loves it. It is like a competition. When me and him are together, it's like, okay, which one of you hooligans can burp the loudest? Anyway, so tonight's show, I basically put together, I always battle with, do I want tunes, do I not want tunes? Anyways, I want tunes. I like tunes. It's like my, I don't even know if you call it a crutch, but I'll call it what I will. And I like having tunes in the background, so here they are. And tonight are kind of some of my favorite tunes ever, and just probably the most popular ones, or the ones I played the most over the past 49 episodes. And basically what this first part of the show is, we're just going to reminisce about how this show started and why we're sitting here today in episode number 50. And it certainly has come a long way. I'm not going to lie. Hayley just texted me in the background, folks, not a big deal. She said, okay, she can't wait to come on. She'll be here in about 10 minutes or so. She just said, I think I have the link, but I'm not sure. And so, anyways, folks, that's where it started. 49 episodes ago, I had just gotten back from Nicaragua. And I went from running a bar with it was packed day and night. We had either a band or a solo musician in the day, and then a live band at night. And it was a happening place, and we were having a great time. And then all of a sudden, literally in 4 days, I was home back in Canada, living in Sarge's basement. You know, went from living the dream in paradise and running a bar and having the greatest time. Yeah, bless her little heart there, old Sarge. And then she was freaking out. She's like, "Oh, I need my firstborn, my favorite, to come back home because she wanted me to be safe, and because she's old and I told her, I made no secret of it. She lives and dies by what the goddamn the telly tells her, because that's gospel, And anyway, I'm sick of looking at my mom's bum. Thank you. Sarge. Anyways, I came home for Sarge because she was having a hard time, and my dad too. And shit rolls downhill, and she's yelling at him, "Get him home! Oh, I miss my boy, and I'm scared of the COVID, and he'll be ruined down there in that third world country." Your accent's better. You should come up here and do an old Sarge accent, Brad. Brad had the best. Yeah, you should polish up on it. It was the best. Happy Friday, everybody. God damn it, I love each and every one of you. I still can't believe it's episode 50. So, here's the deal. I come home, and I'm 3 days into a 14-day quarantine. Now, folks, I've never done this before. I don't think any of you have done a 14-day quarantine before. And it was weird. I couldn't even be around my parents who were 73, and it was weird. So I had some wine in stock, thanks to my little bro, fucking little bastard, and I had some medicinal marijuana, if you will. Anyway, it's a third day in. I was losing my shit, and it was about 8. I don't even know what time it was. It could have been 6. It could have been 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It doesn't even matter. I was 2 bottles of wine deep, and all of a sudden I thought it would be hilarious if I went live with trinkets and puppets that were kicking around in my parents' basement. There they are right there. That's the very first cast of Misfits. And anyway, everything was going great, so I thought I was chugging the third bottle of wine forgoed the glass, forwent, and went straight out of the bottle live, had tunes playing, earphone in, and was talking with puppets in different voices. Anyway, it garnished me a shitload of attention. They were laughing with me, fuckers, not at me, okay? I know this. Yeah, right. Anyways, it really was something I just did off a whim, and I had zero intentions of doing it again. But then the next day and the next 2 days, well, and also too, the fact that my old man, Pops, came down literally the hottest I've ever seen him since I was a teenager. When he came at me with the belt or something when I was a bad. Or me and my brothers would be getting the old belt or the slipper or the spoon. You name it back then, man. You fuckers now think they got it so bad. Wah. Try getting the fucking boots in the how's your father from your mom and dad. Wait till your father gets home, Gregory and Nicholas and Ryan. You're in for it. Yeah, you damn right we were for it. I was fucking scared. That was back in the old days, though. You can't do that anymore. Anyways, now I forget what I was even saying. I got the piece back. Who did it back then? Anyways, it was all in the family thing, and now I'm sitting here hosting a show. Anyway, so it was. I was saying my dad was so pissed. He actually came down because his man cave was right above me, and I think he'd heard enough of the F-bombs and just the different accents and me screaming at the top of my lungs while he's trying to watch American Idol or Dancing with the Stars. Those are his jams. Lest anyone think that's my dad, it's not. It's just some old man, I'll give you what for, Gregory, you shut your foul mouth. My mom and dad sound the same, by the way. Apparently. I've never really made fun of my dad before. I don't know what you. My dad doesn't even have hardly an English accent anymore because he just worked in a factory forever and was around so many people, right? Like Nana has a thick accent, and Pops doesn't, right? Granddad doesn't. So, I don't even know how to do that. Just be like more of a like me talking just like, hey, son, I told you, shut your the f bombs are enough. And my dad doesn't. I've never, and I swear on my kid sitting right here as I may, I have never, ever, ever heard my dad say the F word. Never in my life. Which is a goddamn miracle if you think about it, because he's got 3 foul-mouthed little gets of sons. And Sarge is a handful too, I'm not going to lie. Like, she can have her moments where you be just like, you just want to walk away and you think you'd hear him scream, fuck! You know? Never in my life did I hear old granddad say the F word. Never. I've heard Sarge drop it kind of in passing, but never ever granddad. So, anyways, so for my dad to sit up there and listen to me drop the fucking F-bomb probably 400 times in that 37-minute first video, it was enough. Anyways, he came down and yelled at me. I've never watched the full video back, to be honest with you. I never have. I've seen parts of it. I'm not sure whether to be so proud of that episode or whether to be completely disgusted. At this point, I think, listen, but look at what it turned into. I had no intentions of doing this again. And now here we are, episode number 50. It just kind of took off. And then we did it with, it continued with wine and F-bombs galore. And then just off my phone. And I had paper taped all around my phone and my computer. Because the computer is just where I would watch the view and see comments and stuff. Oh, it's my headphone. I thought I had a fucking... That's a Nicaragua in me. I thought I had a goddamn spider or snake crawling on me there. So, that freaked me out. But I just, see, fucking squirrel. I forget what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Are you guys even listening to this show? Hello, you. Hey, they're sitting. I'm just kidding. I knew what I was talking about. I would be doing the show, and it just turned into the notes all over in my screen, and then it turned to doing it from my laptop, and then it went to. I knew Scott was gonna put up something, and then it went to studio lights. My old man built me proper studio lights. And then the green screen, and it just kept getting bigger and better. But I knew nothing was ever going to happen to be the best until I got to my own house and did this under my own internet, my own private space. And it's really come a long way. And now I've had, Mary Ann from Brooklyn from the Howard Stern Show. I've had Jeremy Taggart on, who's coming on again real soon. I've had amazing musical guests, from Beer Store Money up in Sarnia, who just killed it the other day. A bunch of bands from Nicaragua, Giovanni and Rick Lars and the Nika Boys. Anyways, it really has been a blast, and I can't believe the amount of people that have showed the support to keep this show going. Now we're streaming from StreamYard to Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. And the goal is to make money off this. Nobody made money right off the bat just fucking talking in a microphone. You gotta work at it. We've had Chris Contos on the show, he was a great guest as well. Michelle Tishin, that was a huge heavy talk, and then just my honesty and telling my life story about my PTSD and what came after that. I didn't even know I had it for fucking like what 6-7 years. I didn't even tell my kids that I had it until 3 years ago. I didn't know. They didn't even know what happened. They were young when it happened, and I didn't tell them. And it's new to them. 3-4 years old. Right when I was like kind of going to, it was after Costa Rica. So it's only been 3 years. It really has. I'm holding 2 fucking earphones in my head. Jackson's watching. Tanya Boston, Luca, Mike Horner, Neil Charlebois, JC. Man, thanks everybody. But he said nice wings. I know. I haven't had this much hair in like 3 or 4 years. Well, 3 years probably.
Yeah.
I think it's been about 3. I just choked on my own spit. Anyways, it's a pisser. Johnny Morrow's watching. Johnny's supposed to be here tonight, but yeah, he pinked out. He had a little too much red wine yesterday by himself, so that's all right, buddy. We'll see you soon. We'll get together and do this. Anyways, amazing guest coming up too. Like I was just rhyming off kind of where the show was and where it's come to. And I think we've really come a long way. I'm so happy to be in the House of Secret Studios, in my own space, my own internet. I know how everything's going to go. I don't have fucking Sarge creeping around upstairs. Oh, is he going to say another F word? Blimey, he does say that an awful lot. Anyways, I really am trying to be conscious of not saying the F word as much. And it really has helped with the ratings. And, I've had great other people. Like I miss David Jones. And coming up soon, Theo Fleury. That is going to be an amazing, amazing interview. That guy is full on raw. Follow him on Twitter and Instagram, and you'll see he is open and the most honest dude, more than me. And I've lived and learned from him. I really have. So I can't wait to interview him. That is going to be like a super special interview coming up for me. Jeremy Taggart's coming back shortly, folks. And then we got Todd Shapiro as well as Kelly Fanson. Amazing comedian and actress and funny podcaster from Toronto. Anyways, what else? Kendra's watching. Jen Udiger's watching. You guys are the best. Scotty's watching. So let's get into a couple things. My throat's getting dry. Wait. Designed for 10. 10 only. God, a good old hip, eh, boys? I am so thankful to get to share the last hip concert in Toronto ever. I was there with my two sons. And as long as I live, that'll probably be one of my greatest memories ever. It was a whole weekend. We went to African Lion Safari. We got snorted on by, what are the emus? Or what do you call those fucking things? And one of those with the goofy looking teeth and stuff. Yeah. It's not. Is it an emu? I don't think.
No. It's the alpacas.
Yeah, the alpacas. They got all the two buck teeth in it. And anyways, we had it the most epic weekend, eh, boys? We really did have a fun time at the African Lion Safari. And then and then we got a hotel that night. And then the next day we went to the last hip show ever in Toronto. And it was the most. We had floor seats. We got so many pictures, amazing memories. The show was epic. And, I'll never forget it. And I can't believe my boys, who I love more than anything on this planet, are sitting here for my 50th show. And Jen just said, 50th show, amazing. Thank you. It is amazing. I can't believe it. Sibley's watching. Old Officer Sibley. I love that guy. Sibley, I know you're watching. I just found out. So I would love to have you on as a guest. You're a pretty shy bastard, but I don't know. You're fiery redhead, too. You'd have wicked hockey stories to tell, some great police stories to tell. Some we can't. and it would just be fun to have you on. So let me know if you would like that. My producer sent me a private message. Hold on. Wrap it up. Shut your holy mouth and don't tell me what to do and how to run this show. You're sitting there all, I'm executive producer Lucy, and I'm saying in the background, Bondzee, shut your holy mouth and wrap that subject up. I don't even know when you put that. So it was probably a while ago when I was rambling about something, but, she messaged me again. Oh, she's here. Oh, sorry, Hayley is here. Okay, hold on. Let me pause the music here. Awesome. I am so looking forward to this. Okay, without further ado, folks. Hi, Hayley.
Happy 50th.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is, I don't even know how long you've been here, because sometimes, Hayley, I get doing the show and I get in a trance, and I have notes. I have the comments that show up, and there's probably I could go on for 20 to 30 minutes without looking at any of those.
I was not waiting long at all. You're good.
Okay, cool. So I was just saying, though, how this started as a drunken rant. I lived in Nicaragua for the past kind of 2 years on and off. And I had to come home all of a sudden because of COVID. And about 3 days in, I own a home here in Aurelia, which I'm now in. But to come home, which my parents wanted me to do desperately, I had to go live with them for 4 months in their basement.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, believe me, oh my gosh. So on the third night in quarantine in my parents' basement, 2 bottles of wine deep, and just depressed as shit, I decided to go live on Facebook with the hit playing in the background and a cast of puppets around me
Right.
that I'd found in my parents' basement, and
Of course,
it just kind of
naturally.
went on from there, right?
Yeah.
And
My
now we're
God,
at
that's
episode
amazing.
number 50, and it's way more professional. And Jeremy Taggart's been on the show. Marianne
Nice.
from Brooklyn from the Howard Stern show, and now you. And you know what? It's really funny is that I really don't know you from a hole in the ground, other than you're Matt Good's girlfriend, which I just found out recently.
I am.
Because I lived in Nicaragua, and I didn't really. I'm a huge fan of Matt Good, but I really wasn't. I was busy down there and living a different life, and
Yeah.
and then, so when I came home, I just had a lot more time on my hands, and you kind of popped up on my Instagram a lot because I follow Matt. And anyways, I saw that you along the way you posted some pretty powerful stuff, and I didn't know anything about you or your life at all. But I would just comment, and then you would say really nice things back. And
I am so
it's still
glad
just-
that I did that. Because
I'm so glad
I
too,
don't
because
remember, so thank God.
no, the things that you do post and are powerful, and it doesn't fall on deaf ears, believe me. And so, knowing I didn't even really know you, but then all of a sudden you kind of become more in my daily life, I guess, in the Instagram thing because I'm mad, and just now I'm following you, and you're posting
Right.
pretty powerful stuff. And then I see you do an interview, almost not even an interview, but just a cool chat with Strombo.
Oh, did you see that?
I saw that.
No
that
way.
was really cool,
So
'cause
you
he
saw
goes live
you saw
on-
how much I drank a lot of wine that night.
Yeah, and Strombo can drink, and he hasn't drank in a lot. How long has he been sober now?
I think he said
10
14 or 15 years or
14,
something
yeah.
crazy like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I did catch you live on Strombo one night on Instagram Live. It was right.
Yeah, it was. It was awesome. I'm so
Yeah,
surprised
well,
that you caught it.
Well, it was just one of those random things. And listen, when you're living in your parents' basement out of the blue, all of a sudden, you got a lot of free time on your hands.
Right. That makes total sense. I get it.
Yeah. So, anyways, so then I started to find out more about you. And listen, it is super hard as a host of a new show. Google is my friend, and you're very secretive. You are not on Google. The only thing that shows up is your Matt Good's girlfriend.
Yes, I know.
There's no anything of you, but yet you're a producer. You're a singer. You're a talented. You're a painter as well, right?
Thank you. Yeah, that's really nice. I do all of that, and there's a good reason why I was very secretive about it. And when Matt and I met and we started dating, and he said, we're gonna make it public and people are gonna know about it. I made the active choice to remove most of everything that would have been online.
Right.
I had an Instagram account that had all of my paintings and everything like that. And my music was online as well. But I wanted to keep it secret. And I also wasn't ready to put out my art the way that I wanted to either. So people would naturally be looking for my name if they follow Matt. And I don't want them to see that as that's the art that she does, because that was kind of me just kind of fucking around, right?
Right.
So that was kind of an active choice that I made. And I'm kind of glad I did it. But that's funny that there's things that I'm his girlfriend, and that's all that's on Google. You know what also you probably found on Google is that I am apparently Eminem's daughter as well. I get that all the time.
I bet you do. And here's the thing. And listen, because I'm new, and listen, I went to broadcasting college in Toronto, the NIB.
Nice, yeah.
Jim Carrey went there. Yeah, I'm a graduate of NIB. And one thing I was taught is, like, you kind of just got to, not always, it's not, I didn't lie. I said Hayley Mather was going to be on the show today. Now, I know who you are as Hayley Mather, Canadian artist and musician and stuff, but I didn't put that. And there was a specific reason, and I hope you don't look at that I was using you in that sense.
No, I use myself, so that's cool. I get it. Perfect. I totally get it. Strombo did it. I don't know if you saw it, but when I was doing the thing with Strombo, so many people dipped into that conversation because they were stoked because they thought he was with Eminem's daughter, and it was just little old
Right.
me. So it was severely disappointing for everyone, you know?
Hey, and you say little old me, by the way, but you yelled at me yesterday.
Did I?
Yeah, you remember. Well, it was 2 days ago. I think I messaged you out of the blue and I said, hey, you don't know me. I'm nobody, but I do this show. And I went blah, 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 blah. And, I told a quick story. I had PTSD and
Right.
from Ballot. And you messaged me pretty quickly back. And the first thing you said was, listen here, mister. You're not nobody. You are somebody.
I
So
did.
I was like, thank you for that. Even though I really am nobody, but
That's not
I am
true. You
somebody.
never ever, if I can suggest
I
anything, you
know
never ever start a sentence with that. But you know what? It did get my
it worked.
attention. It
It did.
worked.
So
It
sorry.
did
I was.
work.
It's part of the gift that I have. I'm doing this show and I'm trying to make it a bigger and better deal. And because I this is my niche and I feel I'm really good at it. I've been doing pretty good and people are loving it. So I'm super thankful that you gave me your time in the first place to come on here and not knowing me and just from a silly man. Because people do ask me, they're like, hey, Bondzee, how did you get like this NHL player? How did you get Marianne from the Howard Stern show? And it's like, there's no secret. I just message these people and they either
And tell them
respond or
I'm
you
no
don't.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, and tell them I'm just some schlub in my parents'
Yeah.
basement. That's how it first started.
It's working, man. Keep
That
going.
Yeah, thanks so much. So I'm doing my best. So
That's awesome.
there's two reasons I brought you on. Your
Okay.
your your brand new song, which is
Hmm.
super powerful. My God.
Thank you. Thank
Um,
you. I appreciate that.
yeah, and we're gonna we're gonna play the song in the video in its full entirety after this interview.
Sweet.
Um, and we got some pictures that we'll throw up too. But um, I want to know how and where did you piece all this together? And I know like we're all sitting here and going through a difficult time, so it's probably where it came from. But explain to me the song and how powerful it is and what it means to you.
Um, that's a great question. Well, first of all, I I've been producing maybe for about 10 years now.
Okay.
And I was using Pro Tools and now I'm big on Logic and I've been using Logic Pro for a long time and my main inspirations, which you would probably know from the Strombo thing, was that it's old school hip hop. I love old school hip hop. I
Yeah.
love that beat, and I'm a part of me has always wanted to bring that back because I feel like it's getting lost very quickly. Someone actually in my YouTube comments on the video mentioned that, and I was so stoked about it. But um, that's a big piece of music that I know is going to get lost in the new generation, and um, I'm hoping somehow. And it's hard, especially as a woman that's in a female producer, and it's a male dominated industry, let
For
alone
sure.
that little niche of it, right? So
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, so I came up with the song. I write songs all the time. I don't know if you know, but Matt and I are releasing something soon. We did some stuff together, which is really cool, and I produced a lot of it. I'm really stoked about that.
I bet.
But oh, super, yeah, it's solid stuff. I'm really excited for you guys to hear it. But at the same time, I'm super passionate, and I always have been, about equality, human rights, just that. I think so passionate to the point where it's almost like debilitating for me. Like I don't know how to get it across to people, So
Right.
um, and now that I actually took myself off of work, so I manage another company, and I actually basically gave up my salary to make sure that other people would be able to work, and I knew that they were working check to
Wow.
check,
Good for
and
you.
I knew that I would be okay. I'm fine right now, so. But
Yeah.
it also gave me the time to do this. So this is the best part. It's kind of a blessing in disguise. I hate to say that during COVID, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Eh, And there's a lot of that though, and it's we shouldn't be ashamed to say something like that because it is a blessing in disguise. I was grinding my ass off working 14 to 15 hours a day in Nicaragua at a bar,
Were you?
And it wasn't the best lifestyle. I was having the best time. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but the lifestyle might not have been the best, but it certainly was a good time. But I worked my ass off.
I
And I'm
bet.
not going to say I came back here now, and all of a sudden I didn't have anything. But
Yeah.
I turned not doing anything in my parents' basement into a show 3 days a week. And then I also turned it into a voice acting job, and I read audiobooks. I read books to
I
for
love
Audible now.
that. That's
You
amazing.
know,
I love that. Good for you. And
so
that's,
I
you nailed it.
just out of the blue. I mean, people are whinging and crying, and I don't have a job, and there's nothing to do. And I was like, I'm sitting in my parents' basement, just fucking guzzling wine by the gallon.
Yeah,
And
you know,
then
I get it.
once the poor me wah wah fucking I can't believe I'm not in Nicaragua wore off, I was like,
Yeah.
buddy, put on your big boy pants and let's go figure something out. Well,
Isn't
it's
that
sink or
funny how
swim.
that works? You do get like the whole like, I'm gonna sit in my own shit and feel bad for myself a little bit. And I think that's totally healthy and normal. And some people don't need to do that, but people like us, I need to as well.
Yeah,
I have to go through that. And then I have to hit a low to be like, okay, well, this isn't working for me. I got to change it
exactly.
around, and no one else is going to fix this except myself, right? So I think that's awesome that you did that. I'm very happy for you.
Yeah, thanks. And I'm happy for you because I've seen how hard you've been grinding with the producing and then putting out this
Thank you.
song. And, you even made an Instagram post of how, like, I'm almost going to take a step back from y'all. I love y'all. And I'm the same way. It's like, I
Are you?
love to keep connected, but it's almost sometimes it's too much of a distraction and it keeps me from doing more of what I should be focusing on this show or
Yeah,
my other the recordings and stuff. So, but
absolutely.
it's a different time right now, and we're all struggling and trying to figure out that balance, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's absolutely
Anyway,
true. Yeah, you totally nailed it. And that's the other aspect is that, um, you know, I kind of felt like I was putting myself behind everyone else. Like I was trying to make sure that everyone else was happy before me.
yeah,
And and that's the thing. I'm a little bit empathetic as well. And I like to make sure people are taken care of. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but at the expense of your own happiness, then that's an issue, right?
yeah,
So I finally, and it was really hard for me, decided, you know what, I need to not ignore people, but I need to create some serious boundaries for myself, for my own mental health, because I have, like Matt, I have bipolarity as well.
yeah,
And like you, I have PTSD. So I think my mental health at that point, it's like I have to make it a priority. And if I want to make anything happen in this world, I got to put myself first.
for sure. And so you touched on that real briefly there. I had no idea, and that was the I said there was two parts of how I got to know you is through your music and stuff and Matt Good's girlfriend. But
Yeah.
then you dropped the bomb on me when I told you I had PTSD. You said so do you, and like I said, I don't know you. We didn't even do a pre-interview or anything. I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
Are you willing to share the story and
Of
talk about it,
course.
or is that okay?
Yeah.
Please
Yeah, no,
go
I
go.
absolutely will. I mean, you shared your story with me, which I'm very grateful for. But mine was, I mean, it's funny because PTSD comes out in so many different ways, and it's
It
funny to
certainly
talk
does.
to people about it and their experiences. Um, Mine came out, so when I um, was giving birth to my daughter, I was in labor for about 3 days, and
Holy.
yeah, I was left in my hospital room. They forgot I was there. It was bad. It was very bad treatment.
Wow.
And I didn't know it was bad treatment because I had never it was my first kid. So I didn't know, right? So and then it came time where a doctor, I think the third or fourth doctor that was on shift came in and was like, you know what? I'm so sorry that you're still here. We need to give you a C-section like immediately. And I was like, well, yeah, I've been here for a long
Yeah.
time. Let's do it. They did it, and they didn't test to see if I was numb for when I had my C-section, and I felt the whole goddamn thing.
Oh
So it was
no.
a night. Yeah, I like screamed the whole hospital down. I passed out. I puked. I did the whole thing.
Oh,
It was literally nightmare, like torture shit. So, um, and then my bipolarity kicked in as well. I didn't know I was bipolar before.
of
I mean,
course.
now I
It's
know.
a,
Thinking
yeah.
back, but it
You
triggered it
didn't.
as well. So it was a whole lot of like postpartum depression, PTSD, bipolarity, all hit me at once, and
Man.
it was a really hard time, dude. It was really tough. But thank you for asking me about it because I like talking about it to out of solidarity because I think other people
Yeah,
probably suffer from something similar and they don't even know that it happens to other people.
for sure. It's scary because these things happen, and for me, I didn't even realize for 10, 11, 12, 5 years later, 6 years later, that I even had PTSD, or that traumatic event that I saw. It didn't wallop me in the teeth until it already
Right.
swallowed me whole. It
Right.
was eating away at me for years and years and years. Where
Again, can I
yours
ask you a
seems more.
question? Like
Yeah,
what were
please.
the symptoms that brought it up for you? Like what were the things that were happening where you're like something's wrong? Like I have to figure this out. What was happening?
Well, listen, I always loved to drink.
Yeah.
Um, but I would wake up in the morning, and I owned my own painting company for 15 years at this point, and I would
Okay.
wake up every day and go and work all day and paint and like a champ and not drink. I'd smoke my weed. I've
Yeah.
always smoked weed. It's my I never took pharmaceutical meds. I tried them. I didn't like them. I'd
Yeah.
smoke weed all day, and
Yeah.
I paint like a champ, and it was my escape. But then
Yeah.
when that escape wore off and you came home, I needed the other escape. So I would run,
Right.
and I would do and keep in shape. But I had to hit the bottle, and then it got worse, and it got to the point where when I would wake up at 5 in the morning to go work at now the golf course before
Right.
going painting because I love the golf. I
Yeah.
went and worked at. I was drinking at 5 a.m. in the morning. I'd wake up and chug wine, have a shower, go to the golf course, drink
Yeah.
wine while working on the golf course, drink wine all day painting, and then
Yeah.
come home and drink wine until I fucking passed out. And it
Totally.
finally hit me one day. It was like, yo, dude, you never drank wine all day, you know? And enough's enough. It was just enough was enough. And then
And
I asked my
did you
doctor
know
for
at that
help.
point that that's why you were drinking? Did you know,
I knew, yeah,
when you're waking
yeah.
up at 5 in the
Hey,
morning, you knew exactly why
and
you're doing it.
I did, but I never knew up until that point. I'd hit rock. I never listen, and I can say this: I've never hit rock bottom, and I'm thankful for
Okay.
that. I've come
Yeah.
pretty damn close, and
Yeah.
I've knocked on death's door,
Yeah.
in many ways, but
Hmm.
and suicidal too. And it's not something I'm proud of. And the only reason I'm here today is because of these two fucking absolute beauties beside me. My kids are in my studio.
Hello,
Um,
kids.
Hello, she says hello, kids. They're
Oh.
watching. Yeah, and my oldest actually is a huge part of my recovery. He was like, I called him one day, wasted out of my tree at the bar at noon,
Yeah.
wasted, and I'm like, Ty, today's the day that I need to go and fix this in Bala, and he's like, you damn right, let's go. He picked me up at the bar, and I'll tell you the truth. I've never told the story. He picked me up at the bar. We went to
Hmm.
the liquor store. I got 2 bottles of wine. One
Yeah.
I drank on the way up there because I was absolutely fucking terrified
Yeah, of
and
course.
shaking the
Yeah.
whole entire way. And then I got
Yep.
out of the car and I said my piece at the spot where I saw the guy get hit and killed by the train alone. And
Dude.
then we went to the next spot and where I found him. And that one I couldn't do alone. And Ty came with me, and I'll never forget it.
Dude.
I love the kid to this
That's
day, and he came with me, and he put his hand on my shoulder, and I was sitting there telling the kid, "Listen, I'm sorry." I was still apologizing to this kid and saying,
yeah.
"I'm sorry, I'm sorry." And Ty's like, "Dad, stop, apologize. Just ask. You're not asking him to let you go. You're gonna goddamn tell him to let you go. And
Yeah.
enough's enough."
How old
And
is
they'll
Ty?
never. Ty is now he'll be 22 in a month.
Ty, you're the man.
He
Wow.
was 19 at the time, and it
Wow.
it was it was almost him being a father to me, and
Mm.
giving me that powerful hand on the shoulder and saying, "Dad, don't fucking ask him. You're gonna goddamn tell him."
That's
And I'll never
incredible.
I'll never forget those words as long as I live.
That's incredible
And
and that's
and I've been
amazing. You
on
should be
it.
so proud. You should be
I'm
so
I'm
proud.
super proud of him, of me, for him to have the confidence that day to pick me up and take me there, and watch me suffer and be super wasted and cry
Yeah.
uncontrollably,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
for him to just be there and do that, and then he's been there for me ever since. and I've certainly come a long way since that day. I really
That's
have.
amazing. I'm so happy for you. And that's such a hard, it's a hard thing for you because you know that your child is watching you. But at the same time, it's a hard thing for a child because a lot of the time, I don't know about you, but I grew up for a long time thinking that my parents were like, my heroes. They're flawless. They don't make
Yeah,
mistakes. And then
yeah,
you reach this reality where it's like they are just like us. They just make mistakes
yeah,
throughout their entire lives. We're not perfect. And the fact that you could be vulnerable with your child, because a lot of people, I think, won't put that wall down with their kid because they're like, I'm the parent. I know better. I know what's up. And it's like, we're just humans, man. I just made you.
yeah,
That's the only difference here. And I'm a little bit older and I've been through some shit, but I'm still going through shit.
for sure. And I
You
will
know?
forever go through. And it saddens me, and I don't. And I'll tell them right now is I really do apologize to them, and I am sad that from the time it happened until the time I told them what happened until now, I didn't know what I was going through for so long, and I suffered, and probably didn't wasn't the best dad
Yeah.
or did the best thing because I was suffering and I didn't even know my mental illness at the time.
Right. Right.
And
And you carry a lot of guilt with that because you
oh,
feel
I
like,
carry a ton of guilt with it.
yeah, absolutely. And you just feel bad and you wish that they had something better, but at the same time, you were just doing the best you could, you know?
Yeah, that's all I
That's
knew
it.
because
Yeah, that's
I
all you
didn't
knew.
know how to ask for help. I was macho and I was an athlete and a jock and I was too cool to ask for help and I got help
Right.
a little bit at first, but I didn't like the therapist and then so I just turned to running and running was my therapy, but that
Yeah.
only lasted for so long and then
It's a
that
band-aid,
disease
yeah.
eats away. It's a band-aid, exactly. It's the perfect word.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that you shared your side of the story, and I'm happy you listened to mine. So I mean, a lot of fans that are of my friends and stuff that are watching too.
Hmm.
I like because you've been in music, producing for a long time and stuff. But so how did it ever come to be that you're Matt Good's girlfriend? Let's ask the question. I mean, I
You
had to
know,
ask
it's the elephant in the room, right?
for sure, for sure.
um, Funny, you know what? I would say, if I can remember correctly, it came to happen when um, I think Matt had posted about some sort of mental health. So this is okay. Let me go back before that. I was a huge Matt
Sure.
Good fan in high school. So
Yeah.
I had
Who
the book.
wasn't?
Right. Well, if you weren't my friend. That's all I knew, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So and I read the book, and I actually it's a weird thing. Like I kind of it wasn't like a weird fan. I was just kind of like I felt like he understood me, and I feel like a lot of his fans think that too because I think he does reach a lot of people into depths
He
that
really
other artists
does.
can't get into, right? So I felt like I feel like this is like the only dude that really gets me, and funny enough, it's true. So that was
Yeah, it
that was the
is.
weird yeah, that was the weird part about it. But anyways, so I was in high school a huge fan, and then I kind of fizzled out. You know how you fizzle out and you kind of get into other stuff, and
Sure.
I got really into
Other
hip
stuff for
hop,
sure.
and I kind of wasn't listening to alternative music a whole lot. But I still followed him on Instagram. And then I think he posted something about bipolarity or something like that. And I had
Yeah.
responded. This is right around the time where I had found out that I had bipolarity. And I think I had said something, and he messaged me back in a personal message and was just kind of like, thank you for saying that, or thank you for, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then we just started talking, and it literally never stopped. It just,
Wow.
we never stopped talking. And then it got to the point where it was like, hey, his marriage had, like, he was in separation, I was in separation. Um, it just, we were both in really shitty times in our life when we found each other.
Yeah.
And we were just kind of in the exact spot that we needed to be in to, first of all, help each other get to a better place. But also, I guess we kind of needed someone to lean on as well, and without the judgment of like, well, they're bipolar, because there's
Yeah.
this huge stigma out
There's
there
a
still,
stigma,
right?
of course, of
Yeah.
course.
So that was, we became each other's safe spot for a little while, and then we got to know each other, and it grew from there. And now I'm just so grateful that I've met him, and
Of course,
we talk.
man.
Yeah, it's the best. But the only crappy part is that he's in Vancouver and I'm in Toronto, right?
Right. That's got to be a little tough.
It's super, you know what? It's super tough some days. Other days,
Yeah.
I'm totally the person that's like, I would be totally cool having my own place and you can have your own place. And I
Yeah.
want to work really hard and I love to work. I'm total like
Yeah.
workaholic. It's bad. But Matt's kind of the same when he gets
He
in the
is. It's
groove.
like I don't know you, but man, I know Matt. I don't know Matt personally, but as a fan forever, and
Yeah,
having met him a few times, and then just following him on Instagram, and especially through COVID, he's just a driven dude, and is so intellectually talented. Um,
absolutely. Yeah.
so I could see how that. I can see exactly now how you guys can work being in Vancouver and in Toronto right now during all this stuff, and
Yeah, it's tough.
it's
Don't get
amazing.
me wrong, it's tough. But with
I bet
it is. But at the same time, it's like a bigger picture thing. You know what I mean? First of all, his
for
health is
sure.
compromised just as being him because he has poor
Right.
health.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, I don't know. I think if Matt and I were in, and this is a theory I tell him, and he kind of agrees that we found each other kind of when we were in a shitty spot in our personal
Right.
lives. And I think that if we had been in the same location, we had done the whole like, let's move in together, let's get a dog, let's get our kids together, all of that. I feel like we
Yeah.
would have leaned on each other a little bit too hard and we would have lost our independence. And I think we've actually grown our independence being separate. And that's
Yeah.
priceless, you know?
Wow, for sure. Well, and
Mm.
the time you and when you get to see him and the time you spend together must be super special as well. So, and then you got to go on an amazing trip to Italy with Matt, and
It
from
was
that
amazing.
came that song Sicily, which you starred in the video and did backup vocals. Correct?
I didn't in Sicily, and
Was it
I
on
did
that
back.
song or another one?
No, it was Beauty. Beauty. I did background vocals. I
Beauty.
harmonized on the
Sorry.
chorus with
Yeah.
him. No, it's okay. No, and then
Yeah.
Sicily. Yeah, I was in Sicily. Funny enough, he wrote Sicily before we even planned to go to Italy together.
No way. Isn't
But
that something?
it is. But we had talked about, you know, I would just love to go to Italy together and just
Yeah.
I would love
Yeah.
for us to do that. And that was kind of like a dream of ours. And I that's where the song did stem from.
Yeah.
Um, which I'm sure everyone knows. It's
Yeah. The
I might
video
I
is
might
super
be
cool
Sicily.
too, by the way. You
Thanks,
guys did an
honestly.
amazing job, and you can feel. I mean, as a fan of Matt, regardless, I really, and I just come to know that you two are a couple, and it was only just new, but you can really see the power and the awesomeness that you two have in that video, and the whole song just comes together in the way you two and gel, and not only in that video, Haley, if I may, but just Matt's demeanor. I think he seems way more happier in the past 2 years that you guys have been together. I know, like, he loves his football. He went out on that tour, and his dad died, which was super, super shit, you know.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that he had such a wonderful person like you to be there for him now. And I really do, as just a fan, and like I said, I've only met him a few times. But and I'm sure we're not friends by any means. But I love him to death. His music has helped and saved me through all of my shit that I've gone through.
I love that.
But I can really see a change in him in the past since you guys have been together. Since 2018. Like
That's
that's just
awesome.
facts. That's facts.
Thank you. And you know what? Funny enough, like I'm sure enough people would probably say the same thing about me, um and it's funny because I know he is very transparent about,
Yeah.
his Instagram. He's very transparent about who
He's
he is,
very
and I
open too. He's truthful
he is very open, and I think that's
to a
amazing. And
fault, maybe.
it is to a fault, but I think it's because it's this, and I suffer from the same thing. It's like you want to you have so much going on in your head at once, and you want to be
Yeah.
transparent about it for solidarity for other people. And I feel like that's very much why he does it too. Like he wants to create solidarity but at the same time, you've got 10 people for solidarity, and then you've got 10 people who don't understand. And
Yeah.
he's not going to focus on the 10 people with solidarity. He's going to focus, actually, even if it's just one person that doesn't understand, he's going to notice them. And
Yeah.
that's the hard part. And he's got a huge heart, and he feels a lot, and he cares a lot.
He
And
really
I think
does.
that's
Passionate dude.
absolutely passionate. And I empathize with him because I'm the same, and it sucks because it's hard to put yourself out there and think that you're
Yeah.
doing good, and then for the one person to be like, well, fuck you,
Right?
because you're a piece of shit and you're wrong and you're not valid. Like, that's the
My
worst.
producers back in the background right now, like, so my last show or 2 shows ago, I had Chris Contos on
Yeah.
and this band, and I don't know for what reason, and I can't just see it being Chris Contos. He's a great friend of mine and a great hockey player, but I had almost 800 views of that show, and then the next show had like 350, and I'm like, I'm never doing this show again. I suck. Nobody even wants to listen to me. Like, you do put yourself out there, and
Isn't
I
it
am
weird?
vulnerable, and and in my head, in the disease we suffer through together, and yours is even worse with the bipolar, and I don't know that side of things, and so I can only
They're
imagine.
kind
But
of separate. I mean, they kind of blend, but they are kind of separate. So like,
yeah,
I know what you go through. It sucks. It sucks having
the roller
PTSD.
coaster sucks. Like, there's days I love to do this, and there's days where I think nobody gives a fuck, and I don't give a fuck, and I'm like, screw it, I don't even want to do it. And
Yeah.
and then there's days like I'm having the greatest time talking with you right now, and I don't care if anybody's listening or there's 100 people listening. It really
Yeah.
doesn't matter to me. I think I can't, so I won't keep you any longer because you're probably like, dude, I am so sick and tired of talking to you.
No, are you kidding
No,
me? Definitely
I'm
not.
joking. I'm
Definitely
joking,
not.
but I am super thankful for your time, and I know you're a busy mom, and I'm super glad that you took the time. I'm glad that you talked to me about everything because, like I said, I didn't know you. We didn't do a pre-interview, so I wasn't sure if I could bring up PTSD or
I'm glad
even your
you did,
bipolar.
because look at that.
Yeah,
That's solidarity right there. And we
it really
connected
is
through that. So, and I'm
for
so
sure.
glad you did. And again, don't you ever, ever tell anyone that you're no
I won't.
one.
I
You
won't.
better
I
not.
promise.
I'll
You know what's
fucking,
really funny? Okay, and I promise I won't do that again. So
okay.
this morning, before I really woke up, I had this kind of dream where you're awake but you're not awake, and I was like,
Yeah.
I have to ask Hayley because she has the power of the woman power, if you will, as a girlfriend. That show that Matt Good did in his garage, by the
Yes.
way, alone. I know you watched it, and I was there, and it was really, really something special. And I was in my parents' basement. I think I had about 3 nights to go, and I cried the entire fucking show.
And did
I
you
did.
like you cried, and then at the very end, did you not just fucking sob when it was like
Oh,
the clip of everyone?
oh my! And the guy who ran it put me up sobbing like a little baby, and I was one of the 10 people
Dan
that he put
Megan put
up.
you up
Dan
sobbing?
Megan. I was the one of the guys that went
Not to
up
laugh, but
sobbing. I'll send you
good.
the photo of me sobbing.
Do you
And I
have
was
a
we were yeah.
love that.
If you weren't watching that and not crying at the end of that show, then you're not a fan.
You know what?
That
And
really was something special.
it was amazing. And I hear him do it all the time, and it was still
Yeah.
moving. It was
What's your favorite Matt
insane.
Good song?
Ooh.
Tough one, I know.
Ooh. Okay. Of all time?
It's so hard. So you can give me a few because I don't like. I wouldn't do that to you.
Because what's gonna
But
happen is I'm
what's
gonna tell you one, and then I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna be like, "Fuck! I should have said."
yeah? Damn it!
Um, I'm gonna say "Running for Home."
Really good for you. Yeah, it's a
"Running
great
for
tune.
Home." I used to play that on the piano, like when I was a fan of his and stuff, and that one, fucking, it moves me every time I hear it.
Yeah.
It moves me. What's yours?
There's well, I mean, I have so many. I guess Strange Days or Apparitions,
Of
which
course,
is
yeah.
kind of the quintessential. Oh, everybody fucking said that, but listen, there is more. The hospital. The entire hospital music album
Yeah.
resonates with me because it's when I started to realize that I had a fucking problem up here.
Really? Okay.
It really was.
Okay.
You know, if you
Okay.
do the timeline and everything, it was hospital music, and I know I didn't know what Matt was going through. I never went to the hospital, but you know, there's times where that album really spoke to me a lot. 90
That's
everything, that entire album, the way it starts with that loop of that. Oh my God, I could talk to you about Mac
yeah.
forever too. So,
Hey, well,
anyways.
I mean, I know a thing or two about him, so I mean,
I bet you
hey.
do. And I didn't even get to. You are a super wicked piano player. I've seen you play. So I've seen some videos.
Oh,
You are
thank
very
you.
talented. I would
Thanks.
love
Yep.
to have you back on because I don't want to keep you anymore. But if you'd be willing to come back in the near future,
Of
I'd love to
course.
talk more about your music and just other stuff too. You know, and that we didn't get to
Absolutely.
touch on. And I really do
Absolutely.
think you're a gifted artist with your paintings and
Thank
your
you.
musical talent and your
Thank you.
producing. You're a
That's
wonderful
very
human being.
kind. Thank you so much. And I feel the same. And I am very flattered and very grateful that you asked me to do this. So, but it was really nice to meet
Likewise.
you. And I feel your struggle. So if you ever need me, just
Yeah.
reach out, man. And I know I can do the same.
I will. And play.
Okay.
And so I was gonna say, I had that dream, Matt. I wanted you to use your girl power to get Matt Good to play another show. And then lo and behold, this afternoon before we go live,
Ah!
Matt announced the show 4 days before my birthday, by the way. So I was like, yes. So you
Oh.
don't even have to use the power of the girl stuff, because I don't have to ask you that anymore because they
Can
already
we
did it.
say it was my girl power? Let's just say it
Yes,
was.
totally. Because I had already projected it this morning in my dream. So it is
Yeah.
because of you and my dream, and then we projected it that Matt's doing that.
That's I know. I knew that's what had happened last night. I just wasn't sure.
Hundo P. So anybody that missed the first one, you have to watch the second one because if you need a good cry and just love live music and he's so honest on those shows too and just so simple. I love the simpleness of Matt Good. I really
He
do.
it really is. He just wants his beer, his
You
arsenal, and
would
his
never know
guitar.
he's a rock star.
No,
You would never know.
he hates fame. You know what? He even hates going to the like he hates walking out his front door. Like he's that and it's funny because I'm the opposite. I love it depends on the day. And you would understand
Yeah.
this. There's some days where you
Oh,
want to be around
I know
people.
this 100. I could be the life of the party, and there's times I don't even want to see anybody.
Right. And it's because the days that I'm the life of the or the party, I have full battery. And then the day after or a couple days after, I'm drained for a week. I'm drained of my
Yeah,
battery. So, but
for
I totally
sure.
get it. But yeah, no, he and I we're definitely opposites, but there's a lot of similarities with us. At the same time, we both want to push each other to be better versions of ourselves. So,
For sure. Well, keep pushing and keep doing amazing things. And hopefully, after this COVID and all this bullshit, Matt can get back out and tour because I know that was cut short.
I
And
hope
then
so. I
hopefully, you
hope
two
so.
can reunite and spend way more time together because you two really are a special couple.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Thanks for your time, Haley. I really appreciate your honesty and your openness and accepting my request for this silly little show.
Don't even do that again.
Okay, I won't. I promise.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're the best. Take care.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, man, that was awesome.
Sweet.
That was so awesome. I can't believe it. She is a pure sweetheart. I honestly didn't know what to expect. So, anyways, let's play her video real quick. Hit it, Scotty. So this is the song that just was released yesterday, and put together and written and produced by Haley. It's pretty powerful, folks.
There's only one dead planet left.
$1,250 back through time. Second after 12, and it'll be too late. A blinding light shot down upon him.
So, if any of you decide not to stay for the party, you must let me know before midnight. You must let me know before midnight.
Seven now. Maybe more before morning.
Good day, sir. To go.
Discovery's roll maneuver is complete. Is now in a heads down position.
Dead worlds and live worlds alike.
I don't understand.
All around in the tranquil peace of these dead worlds is shattered.
A blinding light shot down upon him.
You remember the fun we had when you poisoned me?
I'm here.
Shot down upon him.
Seven now. Maybe more before morning.
Really, really is powerful. I hope you all enjoyed it. She really is a special, special person, and I can't believe how much we just kind of gelled. And she was so easy to talk to. She really, really was. I can't thank her enough. Go check it out. It's called Illicit on YouTube, and it's super cool. And that's her on the piano and produced it, and she's such a wonderful, wonderful human being. Anyways, where are we at? Let me hit some tunes here again. Let's get back to some tunes. I was playing Gordy, one of my favorite hip tunes ever in the entire world. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, my wings are all messed up now, Lucci, from the fucking headphones, bud. How long until you said? Oh my god, I love this band so much. Talk dirty to me, Gordy. Woo! Oh man. To be poor, cause we don't give a shit no more. Where's my other headphones? It doesn't matter. I'll wing it. What do you think, folks? She was pretty amazing, eh? Thanks, guys, so much for watching. It's a very powerful video. Andy Safaris, thanks so much, bro. I just can't believe the realness in Ron. I never met her. I've never met her. I've never spoke to her at length until today. The most we had was, hey, here's the link. I told her my story. She's like, hey, and that was it. And she's still amazing. So, and she really is a special, special human being. So I can't believe it. And I can't wait to have her back on. And I hope the best for her. And you guys are super cool as well. Thanks so much for watching. I have to take a breath here for a second. I was just so blown away by that. Like, I wasn't expecting, because I didn't know what to expect, I guess. 50th show, I already rambled enough about my stupid, how this thing started. This, stupid show started. And, it's a man, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared today. I'm scared every show. And it's not the show. It's with or without the show. I wake up every day scared. I wake up, and more now than ever, because, it's like, I don't even want to get started. I'm more scared now than ever. I think this world is in big fucking trouble. I really do. From the whole racism thing is out of control. You know, the bank system's out of control. These monopolies, which turns the media against us and drives shit into us, and so we're all fucked for that. And you know, and there's so much other stuff too. Like everybody thinks masks are the be all and end all, and you have to wear a mask to fucking survive these days, or you're gonna die. That's what the fucking media has made us fucking believe to this day, and it saddens me. It saddens me. There's people like fighting in parking lots and inside stores because you wear your mask here, or you wear or you're not wearing it right, or you sneezed in your mask. You know, you're a fucking oogie boogie monster now. How about you fuck right off? Because it's enough, folks. It's enough. You know? There's a million times other people that die from so many other things than this goddamn COVID. And listen, wear your mask. Let's be safe in society. But it shouldn't be. WestJet just comes out today and says, if you don't wear your mask on our flight, we're going to ban you for a year. What kind of fucking bullyism is that and bullshit? You know, oh, well, if you've got a special note, then you're okay. But if you don't, and you're on the flight and you pull your mask out for a second and you get caught by the fucking boogie stewardess now, the mafia stewardesses, they're gonna fucking boot your ass off the flight, and then you're banned for a year. That's what we've come to in a society already. Are we kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? We're fucked. We're fucked. I'm disgusted. I don't know what to say. I really don't. I'm scared for this world. I don't know, man. What do you do? What do you do? Anyways, soldier on, I guess, and just keep watching the puppeteer fucking mass media. We're just gonna tell the people what we want them to do in here today and scare the shit out of them, and they'll do what we say. They sit back and they must have these. I love my home studio. I'm not gonna lie. I got the big screen over here. I've got amazing pictures all over the wall of my life and the celebrities I met and being on radio and just everything. And all the concert tickets I've been to. And I love it here. Imagine being one of those billion trillionaire elite fucking loser assholes that sit in their big man cave and they literally piss money and with their red leather shoes, and we all know what that stands for, don't we? And they must sit here and go, look what we made them do now. Now they're all wearing masks because we fucking we made them. You know, it's like fucking, it's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. And you think I'm wrong? I'm not. You think Chris Cornell and fucking Chester Bennington killed themselves? No, they didn't. I'm not wrong. You can call me on it, and I don't care. I'll fight you on it all day. Come at me. But those are things that I am. 1 million children, folks, went missing in the United States last year and this year, or it's going to happen this year. 1 million children, and the pedophile ring that goes on in this world right now. Bill Clinton, and 26 times on the Epstein. Yeah, there you go. That was 800,000 in 2012. So it's over 1 million now. That's the fucking pandemic. That's the problem. And I'm going to say it every show. And those of you who are sick and tired of hearing of it, then that's okay. Don't listen. I'm okay with that. Because I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say that I am more scared. Not for me. And not for so much for my kids, but other people's kids. And new kids and like fresh young teenagers. And these kids that are the targets. This pedophile ring is real. It's been real forever. It's been a long time. And every fucking power conglomerate person on this world has been to fucking crazy Epstein creepy fucking island. They have. Why do you think he's dead? That guy, nobody wanted him to go to trial and show the evidence that he has. And the fact that the Giselle thing or whatever her name is It's only a matter of time before she magically has a heart attack, magically dies in jail of natural causes, or killed herself. Somebody slipped her a razor blade and slit her fucking wrists and throat and her jugular. It's only a matter of time, folks, because she has the same evidence. Chester Bennington, brain cramp. Chris Cornell had the same evidence. They've been fighting these fucking bastard child pornography pedophile ring dirtbag losers forever. Isn't it funny that they died from the same thing less than a year apart? Best friends, tied to the same thing, the same kind of beliefs and organization, and now they're dead? You know? The same thing. Magically they died the same way by suicide, by jerking off. Those motherfuckers had so much to live for. There is no way that either one of those fucking dudes killed themselves. There's no goddamn way. I'd sooner believe fucking Courtney Cox, or not Courtney Cox, Courtney fucking Love didn't kill Kurt Cobain before I believe that those fucking two didn't get killed by fucking by something other than jerking off and strangling themselves on their bathroom door. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Folks, man, we need to open our eyes. I swear to Christ. It's out of control. The pedophile ring that exists in this planet. If you have young children, I would be terrified around the world, because 1 million kids go missing, and that's the USA. That's the USA, 1 million. And we're terrified, and we have to wear masks because 100,000 people or 200,000 people in Ontario alone have the fucking COVID, and you have to wear a mask, and we have to fucking damn near fight each other in the stores now if you don't wear one. But 1 million kids go missing a year, and it's not a problem? It's not a problem? How? How is that not a problem? But wear your mask, please. Please wear your mask. I'm done. That's enough. I have so much to talk about. How about this, though? How about, fuck this dude. No, because that's going to even fire me off more. Let's throw out Macaulay Culkin. Let's laugh about something, because I'm going to lose my shit. How about this dude? Macaulay Culkin wins Twitter yesterday. The dude turns 40 years old. Turns 40 years old and says, hey, guys, want to feel old? I'm 40. You're welcome. That was it. When I took that screenshot, that was 2.2 million likes. I think it's at like 6 million now, because that is funny shit. Remember that fucking dude? We all knew Home Alone and loved Home Alone, and it was so awesome. Yeah, fuck. And now the dude's 40, and he looks like he's 70, by the way. If that dude didn't love a bit of a crack pipe or the fucking old little bit of the needle. And you can't blame him, dude. I mean, I watched a documentary where he was 11 years old and was being... And again, this just relates back to what I was just saying. When he was 11 fucking years old, and this is out of his mouth, not mine. This is pure from this dude's mouth, Macaulay Culkin. When he was 11 years old, he was asked to emancipate from his parents because Hollywood could take him and make him the biggest fucking star ever. And all he had to do was sit beside dude who was already sitting there fucking wanking it and rubbing his cock while he's talking to Macaulay Culkin. And again, folks, this ain't my fucking words, so don't yell at me. You're not my mom or you're my dad. This is Macaulay Culkin's words. And he fucking knew better. He ran out of that fucking room. And you know what? What happened when he ran out of the room? And I already told the story a few shows ago. He got stopped by the fucking big old fucking dude standing there and said, you get back in there, my buddy's not done with you yet. Well, Macaulay Culkin is fucking, no wonder the fucking dude looks like he does today. He's 40 and he looks like he's 60. That dude has probably done more heroin and fucking cocaine and drank more fucking booze, either through his asshole or up his nose or down his gullet, than we could ever imagine. And I feel sorry for the dude, man. And that's what happened to him at 11 years old. 11. He was proposed to be emancipated, and having a dude, a billionaire dude, a Hollywood producer, sitting there saying, I can make you the #1 person in the entire world. That's just Macaulay Culkin, folks. It goes, And anyways, that's enough. I'm sick and tired of it because it gets me upset. It's real, folks, and unless you think any different. But keep wearing your mask because 100,000 people died. Not even in Canada. Nowhere near that. In the States, yeah, it's a problem, but it's not. It's still not as many. Nowhere. It doesn't even touch the surface of cancer or the kids that get stolen and never come back again. But that ain't mass media news. Not a big deal. Guess. You know. Guess we'll make more kids. I digress, man. Fuck it. I'm done. The show's over. I'm gonna play the last song because I'm pissed off. That was my kids, and they are the best. They play the best tunes, have the best music. I'm gonna play the Glory Sons. Thank you. I love this song so much. I love you guys so much. I'm just gonna calm down now. I think that interview tonight that I did with Hayley was one of my favorite, funnest interviews for so many reasons. Because first and foremost, I didn't even know a thing about her. Every other guest I've had on here, I've hit Google and I could find out a fucking plethora of things, and I already know what to ask and say and kind of tiptoe my way through it. With Hayley, I didn't have a fucking clue what the fucking hell to say. And I didn't want to go right to the Matt Good thing and say fucking, you're Matt Good's girlfriend and just tell me about Matt Good. You know, that's not what I wanted about. And I'm proud that that's not what that interview was about. Anyways, I hope y'all liked it. I loved it. And it is what it is. Happy Friday. It was a pretty good week. It was a rough start, but it's amazing. Old Reverend Bondzee's already been asked to go. I did a wedding last weekend, and I've already been asked to go and christen. So is this a thing? Can you? Now I know I can do the ordinate or the thing, but here's how it was worded to me. Bondzee, can you christen a non-christening family or the kid? And I'm like, well, I'm Bondzee. I can do anything I want. After that answer, I said, well, yes, I am ordained to do the christening thing, but then it was brought to my attention by the same person that sent it to me. There you go. There's my credentials. She was like, well, how does one do a non-Christian drowning thing, whatever you call it? What do you call it? That Duncan thing. Man, too funny. Anyways, I'll do it. Listen, I'm open for anything. It's this isn't free, but I also come at a pretty good cheap discount during the COVID times. These wings are driving me absolutely insane right now. I feel like I could just float away. Thank you. Just take me away. Listen, I feel really good tonight. I had so much fun interviewing Hayley. I felt super awesome about. I don't know. Your 50th show. I don't know if you expected hoopla or I didn't even know what I expected. I didn't even expect to be here at 50. So it is what it is. You know, I'm just thankful to be here. I'm thankful to talk to amazing people like that I never knew that I could talk to, and we'll be friends forever now. I felt like we really connected, and she's super awesome. And Matt Good, folks, buy your ticket. Go right now and go get your ticket for Matt Good, September 12th. And boom, boom. Yeah, that's it. I love you. Lucy, you did an amazing job backstage. Scotty Hartle, as always, you're a godsend. Thank you for being part of this as well. Each and every one of you that watch the show tonight, I love you. I love you, love you, love you. See you Monday, I guess. Monday and Friday next week. And that's it. That's it. That's all you get. Done. Thank you for saying goodbye. Bye. I love you. You're really special to me. And I love each and every one of you.